Alright, hi guys. Today is 18 September. I just finished trading. Today has been a hectic day. So I actually took a lot of buy positions since the start of the morning. And all of the trades that I actually entered during Asia session and London session were all resulted in a loss. The reason being, it's going to be the Fed's meeting in literally about like 2 hours. And the market itself is just very volatile for the day. So let's look at what price has been doing, right? So here there is a M15 buy zone. Reason is because there's a flip zone at this level, and in the higher time frame, this is basically a support level. So it's a break and retest level. So you can see that price broke out of this the last high, and then it retested back into this zone before going up higher again. So this is a very good resistance or support that is here. And then we have a 15-minute buy zone, which I actually entered across the zone here. But unfortunately, it hit my stop loss. So I actually suffered a loss at the start of the morning, which I lost about like $200 at the start of the session. And then moving forward, I also took some buy positions like when price actually came back down to this zone. So why this zone specifically is also because it's just a demand zone within this support level, and this is a very strong key level because a lot of times where price actually reached up to this level, it actually rejected, and it did went past it as well, but it also rejected from this level as well. So it's like a very strong key level in the higher time frame itself. And here was my higher time frame buy zone where I'm actively aiming for buys. And when I saw, okay, so I entered my first position, which also resulted in a loss for my main account in Pepperstone. I lost about like maybe $100 across this entire, sorry, I think a few $100. Maybe it's like around $200 or $300. It should be around $200 across this range as well because there's just so much liquidity at this level, right? But eventually, I actually saw that price started to move out impulsively, and I start to entry. So I started to entry at 3663, which is around like maybe here. Once I see that, price has actually your internal structure, market structure shift can be here. Right, once I see that, and then price started to reject off this uh price point here, I actually entered my positions, and my SL was very, very tight. It was like maybe 20 pips. It was I think 20 pips or something like that. Then it's like all the way up. Right. And then I continuously to stack more. That's why my profit is also a lot, but I'm risking very, very less. Right. My max risk for the entire trade setup was around $200 to $300, which I think I'm still able to take it considering the profit that I can potentially earn. But again, it's not about the amount, it's more about the precision and risk to reward. Right. And eventually price actually went up all the way and created this external market structure shift in the 5-minute time frame, which is here, which tells me that price is going to go up more. And that is why I actually held my trade all the way up back to this line, which is your zone here. So remember when I said it was a very good key level, which indicates the support and resistance. So when I was looking at this zone, right, I was looking on the 1-minute time frame and contemplating whether I should close. When I start to see the movement has been slowly dying off, where candles are very, very small, I just decided to close everything. Okay, I decided to close everything, which net me about, from this trade alone, overall I'm up about like $700 after my loss on my main account. Okay, today I actually took more risk, and for my full margin account, I just deposit $100, literally like where did I enter? 3669, I entered around here. So when price actually rejected off this fair value gap, right, it's an internal market structure shift followed by a impulsive break of structure or your market structure shift, right, and then created this fair value gap, which price actually then came back and retested and then just immediately pump up. Once I saw a very good pump, I immediately just entered 0.4 lot size. All right, this is a very, very big risk. Uh, 669. I think it was here, and then my risk was probably like 40 pips. Yeah. Or 50 pip. Yeah. But usually, because of the $100 deposit, there is a 100% bonus. The total balance is $200. But when it comes down to, the margin, right, realistically, it will maybe close about at 40 pips. So, yeah, enter the first entry at here. And then the second entry at 3671. Where's 3671? 3671. Around here. So I basically waited price to actually break out of this external high, which creates the 5-minute market structure shift. So I was actually anticipating that, when price actually came back to this week at the start, it actually showed some rejection, but I kind of knew that it was kind of a manipulation to basically for this candle to show as a doji candle. So I waited and I saw that the price is rejecting of this EMA, which tells me that the bullish momentum is still there. And I just entered my position. And then once again, full margin account, there's not much like room for error, and that is why I also don't place stop loss. I just let it run. But realistically, I think if you went below here, below maybe here, my account would have been gone. Right. So yeah, moving forward, price actually went up all the way, but I think I closed early as well. What is the point when I closed? 376. 3676. So I closed around here as well lah. Yeah. So basically my take profit is this resistance right here. I mean, potentially I could have held my trade longer. Yes, I definitely could have, but it's just at that moment it was pre-New York market and I just have very, very little confidence. But looking back, I should have held because of this major downside trend, which by right, gold is supposed to rise, but the market has been very, very unpredictable. It just dipped all the way down, right? Which I could have held longer because of this entire liquidity grab. So I believe price could push up higher. So if I held this trade, right, I would have been up way more. But I somewhat FOMOed as well because of the amount of money that I actually earned. So once again, I'm not really proud of the P&L here. Because I basically FOMO. Yes, I'm happy that I won some money, yeah, sure, but am I really proud in the long run? No, I'm not. Right. So yeah, this is how much I made today. 700 plus 465 is around 1.19 or running up to 1.2k USD. I just redraw my profits for the week for my main account. And my balance now left $500. Right. For the past few days, I think I first deposited my $500 on the, when was it? On the 15th of September, and right now is 18th of September, so literally 3 days in, and I was able to make 1.2k USD. Of course, it's a small account. I try to risk $50 per trade, but at one point when I traded longer, I actually risk a lot more. At one point where I actually entered this trade, I was risking about $200, and my maximum risk exposure was about $300. So it's definitely a very, very big risk here that I'm playing, and I'm not supposed to do that, right? So hence I actually withdraw all the profits and left with $500 again, just to clear my mind again, right, and start everything once again. Okay, so moving forward, I will trade lesser and I will take better quality setups, and I'll try to filter what kind of trades I should take and what kind of trades that I shouldn't take. Right, so it's a very, very clear-cut trade, right, just for today. And then this is the full margin account I deposited just today with $100, and HFM, which is the broker, actually gave me a 100% bonus, and I'm able to leverage this into entering a very sniper entry. of 0.4 lot size, followed by a continuous stack of 0.2, which made me about $465. Again, I wouldn't recommend for full margin. You can say it's gambling, but I wouldn't say it's gambling. If you know how to play the game, it's not gambling, it's not luck, right? So yeah, today has been a very hectic day. Realistically, my take profit should be at this zone or maybe at a structural high, which is at all-time high again, right? But yeah, a profit is a profit. I will be very, very happy. Looking back, I should have held this trade longer. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer here. I mean, we're anticipating a rate cut, so gold will definitely rise. Just that because of the PNL, I was very, very scared that it will dip down or whatever, and I just decided to close all the positions. I will say that when I close that position on the 5 minute time frame, it looks good because it actually broken out this resistance already. And basically this retest basically confirms that, the move is going to continue higher, right? At the point of time where I actually closed my position, I was really thinking to enter another buy position. But because of the PNL again, I did not, because I definitely did not want to lose any more money than what I've earned today, really, which is a lot of money, right? So I want to secure the money. But looking back, if it's not the PNL problem, right, I'll definitely hold this trade. Just that my heart couldn't, overcome this amount of money that I've earned in a day. That's why I really want to secure the profits. But all in all, it's a very bloody good trade. Analysis is on point, entries are on point. My risk is also on point because there are definitely times where, price is not going by my direction, and I just decided to manual close everything and wait for a better setup, right? So yeah, this is it. On about 1.2k USD today. I'm very proud. Withdraw all the profits. I'm going to try to wind down a little bit and stop trading. For the next few days, I'm going to focus on my funded account challenge, which I've already passed phase 1. So yeah, that's it.